And The End of Oak Street is a new sci-fi thriller, and here's my review. So, fair warning, if you have somehow avoided seeing marketing for this movie and don't know what it's about, please keep it that way. And just know that I really enjoyed it, and just go in without knowing the plot, because quite foolishly, the trailers and poster did spoil the reveal of the second act that the first act builds up to as this mystery, and I wish they hadn't. Considering that J.J. Abrams is involved in this movie as one of the producers, I wish the marketing had been more like the marketing for Cloverfield or Super 8, where it just has little teases that show the tone of the movie without spoiling anything major, and that would have greatly increased my enjoyment if I didn't know what this movie was about going in. That being said, even though I did know more of the plot than I probably would have liked, I still had a great time with it, so if you don't know the plot, click away, go see it, and then come back and here's the rest of my review. For the rest of you, this is the movie I wish the second and third entries in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World series would have been. That franchise seems to have a pattern where the first movie is really strong, and then the second and third entries get progressively worse. If the sequels had been more like this, they would have been much better, because, oh boy, does this movie almost give the original Jurassic Park a run for its money. Keyword being almost. This is what I really wanted the last couple of Jurassic World movies to be, where those set up the question, when dinosaurs escape the park and live with humanity, how do we react and survive, and the horror implications of that, and where those movies somewhat fail to deliver on that premise, but didn't really get to see a lot of dinosaurs interacting with humans. I mean, there was more of a plot about killer bees in that one movie than it should have been. This movie delivered on that idea, and it's every bit as intense and thrilling as you'd expect, and also manages to balance out the terror with humor, but also doesn't go too far with it. And in some ways, it actually takes the intensity of the terror further than Jurassic Park did, because you do actually see corpses being picked apart by dinosaurs. You can hear people screaming and getting eaten or attacked by dinosaurs way off in the distance off screen, so yeah, it definitely goes hard on that PG-13 rating. It's a close-quarter survival horror. And unlike a lot of movies in this genre where a lot of characters make frustratingly stupid decisions and essentially just exist to become dino food or monster food or just exist to just die, the characters in this movie actually do make smarter decisions. Anne Hathaway in particular is a mother who does a great job of protecting her kids. There aren't any parts where a character decides, I'm going to separate from the group, don't worry, it's only going to be a few minutes, and then you know what happens next. Like, no, she's smart. She keeps her family close at all times, and does what she can to protect them and fight off the dinosaurs. And on top of that, she actually wears shoes that are practical for running in, which I felt was kind of a take that to how they made Bryce Dallas Howard's character in Jurassic World run in heels. And when certain characters die, it's not like they just go, no, and then they forget about it like 2 minutes later. It's like, well, when characters die, they take time to let you feel the impact of that. And the movie is smart about knowing when not to have a score over a scene. There are a lot of scenes where it's just silence, and like I said earlier, you can hear people in the distance screaming and getting slaughtered miles away, and kind of have to imagine what's going on in your mind, which makes it a lot more intense. And then boom, jump scares, and they're done in a way that doesn't feel predictable or cheap. They happen at just the right time where you can't see it coming. It's not like you know that it's going to happen because you're building up. Like, no, there are points where like I legitimately jumped because I didn't feel that it was coming. This feels more like a Spielberg movie than the actual Spielberg movie Disclosure Day that came out earlier this year, because that one was very generic, and that just felt like anyone could have made it, and didn't really feel like it knew what it wanted to be. This one does. I mean, yeah, it's silly in a few parts, but it also knows when to dial it back. There is one part that I do have a huge problem with, though. Like, there's a scene where the characters are standing around arguing, and we, the audience, can see the T-Rex sneaking up on them in the horizon, and they don't notice until it's literally inches away from them and almost kills them. And I'm like, you couldn't hear the footsteps of the T-Rex? Like, this is the quietest T-Rex ever. Like, Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park got more advance notice than they did. So they're both like, I was like, oh, it's a little too convenient for, like, thrills, but, like, come on, it should not have been that quiet. There's also a lot of heartwarming moments, though, as well. Where I was like, oh, yeah, this is more heartwarming than I was expecting as well to it. It was actually really, there's some sweetness to it. So if you like Jurassic Park, if you like this kind of movie, you'll probably really enjoy it. As long as you know it is a junk food movie, it doesn't have the deepest script, it's not particularly thought-compelling, but that's okay. because sometimes a junk food movie is just right and hits the spot, and that's what it did for me. I went in wanting to see Dinosaur Terror, and that's what I got, and I actually enjoyed it to some degree more than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, for me it gets an A minus, a 9 out of 10, and 4 out of 5 stars. If you know that this is the kind of movie you're going to like, you probably will. So yeah, go see it if you are interested in it based on the trailers and poster.